Ray Ford just won his debut at 130. His only loss was at 126. That split decision to Nick Ball, really close fight. He dominated. He won every round. His opponent didn't want to stand and trade with him. Being his first fight at 130, he knocked his opponent down, and we got Bam up next. Bam versus Guevara. So total punches landed for the Ford Gonzalez fight, 196 to 46. Ford threw 522 to 351 and pressured the whole fight. It's one of these matches where early on as a fighter when you're overmatched, you make a decision. He felt Ford's power early got dropped, and you make that decision of, am I going to stand and trade and get knocked out, or am I going to survive? That's what happened. It happens in boxing. You can't hate on his opponent for that. But Raymond Ford, something to think about when he goes back to his camp. He's young, 26 years old. I would think about working on cutting off the ring. It's one of those things that where he's going to have more power. They say he's going to have more power at 130. But you just got to add more skills to your arsenal. If somebody's going to try to run the entire fight, what's up, guys? If somebody's going to try to run the entire fight, you got to work on cutting that ring in half. Forcing them to fight. That's easier said than done. I mean, think about every fighter who fights Shakur, they struggle with that, cutting that ring off. I'm excited for these next two fights, guys. Anytime Bam fights, I said it before, if you follow the groups, if you watch the videos, both here and on Facebook, Bam's one of my favorite fighters to watch. And I know a lot of boxing fans don't like going down past 130. The average fan, sometimes I'll write about fighters at 115, 118, 122, and a lot of the people start talking about their size. They think that boxing is just for heavyweights, you know what I'm saying? Bam Rodriguez does it all. 24 years old. He's just getting better and better. Coming up to this is at 15. He's a champ there. We'll see how he looks against Guevara. And then bouts against Chukhajian. I mean, how many people could say they wanted to see that fight? But it's here. I talked about this as well. If you're truly a boxing fan, when they signed bouts versus Chukhajian, I wasn't happy about it. But if you're truly a boxing fan, when it comes fight night, you're going to watch. When fighters have that much accolades about them, 32-0, 29 knockouts, only 27 years old, story amateur career, Jaron Ennis, it's only natural to where people are going to try to find his flaws. People talk about his lack of self-marketing or his lack of promotion. And when they talk about the flaws in the ring, I don't see that many. We hear about his defenses. His defense could be leaky, but we haven't seen anyone make him pay. He hasn't paid for that. The interesting thing about this, though, will Chukhajian fight a little bit more? He says he will, and move a little bit less. And has Jaron Ennis worked on cutting off that ring? What we saw last night with Keyshawn in Norfolk in his hometown putting on a show, you got to expect Jaron is going to want to do the same thing. North American fighters, they're all watching each other fight. And what I saw, Keyshawn really impressed me last night. If you guys watched that fight, comment below what you thought of that. He, at 11-0 before the fight, and, coming off kind of a lackluster performance a few months ago, in my opinion, before the fight, his ambitions and how he talks, I didn't see it yet. I needed to see more. A young guy. What I saw last night, it matched the talk. So, I mean, he's an exciting fighter now. Knocking his opponent out in 2 rounds, getting on the mic, calling Gervonta out. Not saying we can't expect that to happen, but that's how you get the notice. That's how you get on notice of the boxing world, man. Everybody this morning everyone was talking about Keyshawn Davis. Jaron Ennis has an opportunity to do that right now, and so does Bam Rodriguez. And that's what these guys train their whole lives for. I mean, something that we don't talk about enough as fans is the fact that, an average boxer, when they make it to this level, maybe not everyone's going to be like Canelo and have over 60 fights. Not everyone's going to be like Floyd and have 50 fights. You got Crawford, a little bit over 40 fights. My point is, some of these guys will only get 30 times in their whole career to walk out to their name being called. And then of those 30 fights, how many of those are main events? To have all that lights on you. And then of those main events, how many of those fights are in your hometown? So when you get an opportunity like this for Jaron Ennis in Philly, you got to make the most of it. And I'm going to do a video about Keyshawn, and that's the biggest kudos I have for Keyshawn last night, is that he had that opportunity in his hometown. His sister walked him out singing. He put his brothers on the card, and everybody showed out. And, man, that, I think, is what boxing is all about. That's the core of the sport of boxing, is when fighters seize the opportunity and their body of work, their years of sacrifice, we get to see it. That's what we want to see as fans. Keyshawn looked good. I mean, we haven't seen anything less of Bam. I mean, if you guys are Bam Rodriguez fans, I mean, he's so impressive to me. Here we go. They're getting ready. Anybody picking the upsets? Anyone seeing Bam lose or Jaron losing? So they're promoting December 21st, Usyk Fury 2. All right, here come the fighters. Oh, no, Liam Perro is in the ring with Eddie Hearn. 140 champ. Hearn is talking about Raymond Ford. So Liam's fighting. I mean, that's a fight that's flying under the radar. Paro's fighting Richardson Hitchens. Will that be too much too soon for Hitchens? That fight's in Puerto Rico. They're calling it Pero Rico. Subriel Matias fought today. Isn't that crazy how one loss just makes you fall? I didn't see any of the mainstream boxing media talking about Matias. He went from the boogeyman, a guy who had, 100% knockout to win ratio before he fought Pero. He loses that fight, and then he fights, and no one talks about it. All right, so they got Richardson, Hitchens, and Pero in the ring together. This is interesting. Are they going to square off? Hitchens looks big. They're staring each other down. It's wild that no one talks about Matias, man. Did you guys knew he fought today? Mandatories. I don't know, man. I don't know if Hitchens is ready for Pero. I really haven't seen anything in Hitchens that tells me that he could beat Pero. Because the one thing about Pero is that his fight style, he's going to make you fight him. Does anyone see Hitchens beating Pero? Need to get a haircut. IBF having their mandatories face the champions. Hitchens does look a lot bigger than Pero.
Like I said, we faced similar opponents not too long ago. Y'all see what I did to the guy, and you see what happened with him. I just think when we get in here on December 7th...
I don't like playing boxing math. I don't like when fighters do that. They fight similar opponents in different parts of their career, and then one tries to use that as a one-up in a potential fight. They're facing off, though. Hitchens is about 2 inches taller than Pero. They're facing off in the middle of the ring. I'm looking forward to this fight. Pero's a dog. Paro's telling him to keep talking. Guys, I'm down here in Australia. I think a lot of you guys know that. Paro doesn't get a lot of pub down here, which is crazy because he's not with No Limit. He's not with Tim Zoo's boys. So, like, it's awesome being in Sydney and seeing Paro sign with Matchroom and Eddie at least putting him on the international stage. You don't. That's my biggest beef with Aussie boxing at the moment is, like, you watch an Australian card on a Wednesday night and you don't see George Kambosos Jr. doing analysis. They never talk about Liam Paro. They don't talk about Jaya Patel. And I wish they did that a little bit more because Australia's filled with great boxing. Guys, next week, man, the fight on the Tyson-Paul undercard, the fight to watch. People gave me shit for promoting it, for promoting the Mike Tyson-Jake Paul fight. But there's a great boxing match with a lot of at stake. Bruce Shushu Carrington is taking on Australian deadly Dana Colwell. One's ranked 14 in the world, one's ranked 13 in the world. And that's why you tune in. And then at the end, you get to see, and there's some other good matches on the card. At the end, we get to see the freak show. 59-year-old Mike Tyson versus steroid boy Jake Paul. Oh, God, I don't know how I feel about that, man. I don't know how I feel about that. Will it be a real fight? 59 years old. Last time we saw Mike, 2005, he retired on his stool. You know, I think he was 1-5 in his last 5 fights. You know, a few of those getting knocked out. We don't get better as we get older. And you got Jake Paul, late 20s, on steroids, you know, training, hungry. I don't know, man. I just don't want to see Mike take too many shots. They're doing some montage. Yesterday during sparring, I was practicing that Russian hook. They come, that one. Come on like a O. Bang. Rather, here is bang, bang. Dmitry Bivol. All right, let's go. Who you going for? Where are you guys tuning in at? I mean, Boots is a 21-1 favorite. Damn, Bam is such a clean southpaw, but he's a dog. You got Bam with Robert Garcia. I love that link up. Garcia's camp. People don't talk about Garcia's camp, man. His stable's on point. He got some fighters in there. You got Virgil. You got Bam, 2 of the bigger ones. I think Ryle was with him, but I don't think he's with him anymore. Yeah, I love what Bam does with his lead hook. He feints, he kind of feints, and jumps at it. Not quite what Roy Jones in his prime would do with his lead hook. He would use his more. He wouldn't even throw a jab. He would leap in and use that speed. Bam sets the jab, and then he hides his lead hook behind his jab. But he still jumps at it. He doesn't really flat foot sit down on it. He's here, and then he jumps with it. That's how he gets a lot of his power. Back in the day, the old mindset was you needed to sit down flat-footed on your heels when you're turning on that hook to get full impact. But now you're seeing guys using sort of plyometric movements, generating the power and explosivity from the heels to leap and fire. So it's interesting. Guevara's 35, Bam's 24, 5'4", 5'4". This is at 115. You know, a lot of the bigger fights for Bam is when, you know, we know he wants to take over this division. This is for the WBC. I mean, think about the possible fights at 118, 122. You got Junto Nakatani up there. That's another exciting fighter, man. If you guys don't know about Junto, get to know him. David Diamante calling in the fighters. Let's get it on. It's a 12-round WBC at 115. You guys scoring the fight? Will it go all 12? Bam got explosions in his hands. Guevara. Place looks like a sellout. 24-35 in a division like that at 115 pounds. 35-year-old fighters, man, because it's such a division that relies on reflexes and speed, and we know those are the first two things to go. We talk about it all the time. It's why you usually see older heavyweights, because the last thing to go is power. So it's that's. I mean, he's, I think, what, 8-1, 7-1 underdog here. How about Khalil Ko getting starched? He had a lot of hype behind him. 93% viewers picking Bam. Anything can happen. It's boxing. We know that. Ko is a 9-1 favorite. He got knocked out earlier on this card. Okay, so okay, I don't know who's talking right now, but one of these guys is saying he likes Guevara's chances against Bam. I'm not quite sure. I'm not too familiar with DAZN's analysts. He beat Andrew Maloney by split, one of the Aussie twins. This is Guevara's last fight. May 12, 2024, beat Maloney by split. See, there's some Aussies coming up in big fights. Like I said, you got Deadly Dana Colwell next week fighting Shushu Carrington. You got Liam Perro fighting Hitchens. And then you got Sam Goodman fighting Inoue. Australia's really pushing him out. Jai Apatow. Here we go. Apatea. Jai Apatea. All right, Bam's coming to the ring now. Guevara's in the ring. Man, he looked amazing last fight. We talk so much. It's so funny. We talk so much trash about this card, but now it's here. I'd watch fights in the backyard. We'll see how long he wants. He just has an exciting style. When your nickname's Bam, as a boxer, you know what to expect. 210. That area code. Texas. Texas. Yeah, he gave his top 5 pound-for-pound fighters today. I put a short up on the channel. I think he said... I know he said Better Beef, Crawford, Canelo, Usyk, and Inoue. I forget the order. I think he might have put Inoue first. I know he put Crawford third. Interesting he had Canelo in that top 5 pound for pound. Yeah, they thought they were going to... He thought he was going to fight El Gallo again. El Gallo moved up. Juan Francisco Estrada knocked him out in the 7th. Did you guys... We streamed that fight live. I don't. What do you guys think of Bam's that tattoo here? I think it's a bit. It doesn't really match his personality. Maybe that's good. The Illadel, Philly. We're just kicking it. Let's 24 years old, man. This dude's we're watching a great. I mean, at 24, we're watching every time Bam fights. He's on a trajectory of being an all-time great. I mean, I don't know how many more fights he's going to not be the main event either. We got at least, I think, 5 or 6 years of him having headline world title fights and multiple divisions. This is why people are really excited about him and his skill set and his willingness to trade and his fight style. I mean, this kid's on the verge of being a superstar. Another one of those quiet guys, doesn't really do a lot of self-promotion, though. If you follow his Instagram, he always just posts videos and, you know, either pictures of his house or, you know, he just had a little kid. He's kind of artsy. All right, man. One of these announcers claims that Guevara is a live dog. He said he likes him a lot. Mazatlan, Sinaloa, Mexico, 42-4 with 22 knockouts. I mean, that's a big record. Let's go. Oh, dude, this is exciting because with that Mexican boxing style, you know he's coming to fight, and that he should be this matchmaking. He should be perfect for Bam in terms of if Bam's people think we're going to see the best of Bam, Guevara's going to give him exactly that opportunity to showcase that. But in that firefight, if he's not defensively responsible, he could get caught. We've seen him. Yeah, he's 20-0, 13 knockouts. Like I said, we're eventually going to see him at, I don't know about 126. They said maybe 126. He said about 3 years. He needs about 3 years to get to 126. Because he started at 12. 112, he's at 15 now. He still has to go to 18, 22, 3 more divisions. I mean, he could quite possibly be a 5-weight world champion before it's all said and done. Let's go. Southie. Oh. Okay. It's interesting when I just watched the UFC event, you know, because I also cover MMA. I might start doing content on my channel. I've been watching MMA since the first fight. It's interesting to see the difference in revelry before the fight. Fighters in MMA, UFC, they shake hands usually, they bow. Boxing's different, and one of my friends asked me why, and I always told them, because in martial arts, there's belt systems, and you get belted, and that comes with a sensei. In boxing, there's no belt systems. So that's the difference in sort of respect from MMA to boxing, and you see it. All right, round 1. We got Southpaw versus Orthodox. We know what that means. One, you know, Bam, it's basically whoever controls that front foot in terms of setting up their backhand. Oh, that's Chris Mannix. No, that's Sergio Mora. So Sergio Mora likes Guevara in this fight. Chris Mannix, Todd Grisham, Mora announcing. 30 seconds gone. Bam's kind of holding the center. Guevara's moving a lot. Bam's controlling the center as he does. Guevara's trying to jab. Bam's seeing what he has. Guevara lunges in with a left hook. Nothing landing. Typical Bam, going to wait to counter initially, see what his opponent's going to give him. 2 minutes left in the first. Nice body rip by Bam. Jab up top. I love that lead jab to the body, and then he goes back down up top. I love body punchers. Hook, hook, miss. Beautiful body work. Bam's already invested low on both sides. He's landing body rips with his right side and his backhand. Headbutt. Watch those heads. Yeah, Guevara's moving a lot. That's what he kind of does. Nice body rip by Guevara. Backhand uppercut. Doesn't really affect Bam. Bam with a 2-2-1 there to the body. Guevara's moving left to right. The one thing about Bam, why his style is so exciting, he doesn't give up the center. He keeps the center no matter what. That pressure, and he invests in the body. Already landed about 4 body shots. There's about a minute left in the first round. Guevara's going to have the more active feet. It's kind of his style. Bam looks bigger. Bam's back looks bigger. Another body rip with his backhand by Rodriguez. Ooh, body up top. Nice right hand counter. 45 seconds left in the first. Bam back to the center. Pushes Guevara back to the corner on the ropes. Left to right. Bam's feinting a lot more. I'd like to see more feints out of Guevara. Guevara's moving left to right and then trying to get off. The difference right now, what I'm seeing is Bam's using his feints. And they always talk about what good is a feint if you don't get a reaction. Guevara's not really reacting to it yet. Back of the head shot. Kind of stuns Guevara. The ref warns Bam. But it was one of these things. Bam throws a hook. Guevara's head down and it just inadvertently hit the back of the head. It wasn't in the clinch. 10 seconds left in the first round. Bam with a beautiful 1-2. This is where he's most dangerous. Sitting down on his shots. He loves to finish the round aggressive. Yeah, that's 1-0. Bam. It's one thing when you're learning how to box or learn the sport, when you see some fighters feint a lot, some fighters don't feint as much. But most good coaches will say, what good is a feint if you don't get a reaction out of your opponent? And that's something that Bam does really well. He feints, gets the reaction, and then starts implementing his offense. And a lot of that has to do with the, well, that's Garcia's coaching too. A lot of his fighters love that body rip. And good discipline from the fighter. He likes going to the body first, boom, and then up top. And then as he recalibrates, he'll feint again. And he forces his opponent to make the adjustments. And then this is sort of the chess head game of a fighter in a fight, is based off what you're giving your opponent and based off if they're either making adjustments or not, what's the next move. And this is why they call boxing chess, the sweet science. It's all about the physics, the decision-making in the moment, and who's right or who's wrong. Bam's a very visceral fighter, very smart when he's in there with that sort, with the analytics of the sport. And if you want to really get to know boxing, start looking at it that way. Start understanding that the highest level boxers aren't wasting anything. Everything they're doing, from their front foot to their feints to their hands, it has a purpose. My coach used to say, don't waste anything. Make everything intentional. Oh, nice body rip by Guevara, but Bam made him pay for it with a counter. Great counter boxer. Nice feint. Bam's feinting a lot. Oh, nice little exchange by both guys. I like what I see from Guevara. I mean, 40-plus fight veteran, 35 years old. This guy's seen it all. He's not gonna be afraid in there. We're just gonna see if he's a little bit too weathered.
I would definitely focus on the chest and the body of Bam. What you don't want to do is start jabbing with it.
Bam's jab is beautiful right now.
The faster feet he has an advantage, he gets you on an angle.
Ooh, nice hook. Everything Bam does is textbook. He jabs, brings it back. Jabs, brings it back. Boom, brings it back. Always defensively responsible. Oh, beautiful. 1-1 left uppercut by Bam. Another left hand. Oh, good body rip. Guevara with a nice body shot. Guevara with a nice right hand. Guevara has to get Bam's respect because with 1:45 left in the second round, Bam is sitting down on his shots already. It's only the second round and Bam feels that he can't get hurt with anything. Guevara needs to land something big. Nice jab. Nice jab. Good right hand counter by Guevara. Good jab by Guevara. Bam's controlling the center. If you're Guevara's camp, you got to talk to him in between rounds. You got to get Bam's respect. Oh, big left hand. Bam's fighting his fight. If you let him control, there you go. Guevara put Bam on the ropes, but Bam takes the center right back. A minute left in the second round. You're not going to beat a guy like Rodriguez if you let him fight his fight. You got to push him back. You can't let him control the front foot the entire fight. You can't let him control the distance. That's what's happened. Nice right hand. Bam threw that step-in sort of leaping lead hook. Good combination. Guevara's on the ropes. Good head movement by Guevara. That looked low to me. Rodriguez hit below the belt. Ref doesn't see it. Guevara's in the corner. Bam Rodriguez sits down on a lead uppercut. Uppercut to the body. .30 seconds left in the second. Oh, nice counter by Bam. Bam's sneaky when he's exiting, too. My coach used to say, don't ever let your opponent push you back farther than 2 steps. If you're going backwards more than 2 steps, you have to make a decision. Either stand your ground and trade, circle right, or circle left. Don't ever let your opponent push you back 3-4 steps because you're on your back foot. So I see that what's happening right now. Guevara is letting Bam just dictate that pace, and he needs to stand his ground a bit more. Oh, huge exchange. Wobbled a bit, end of the second round. Rodriguez landed a big combination. Misses with a big hook. 2 rounds in, all Rodriguez. Yeah, it's one of these day one footwork drills that I'll do with clients. Now, I don't coach athletes who want to become fighters. I coach bankers, people who work in finance, corporate Australia, right? But they want to learn And we're not just hitting pads. I'm teaching them. They spar with me. So one of the day one things I work on with them is footwork. And we do circle left drills, circle right drills. We do, control the center and then exit 2 steps and then make a decision. And that should, that is day one stuff. It's just at the highest level. When you got 2 killers in there, it's hard to implement. So I don't take anything against Guevara. But if I'm his coach, I'm giving him that advice. Be like, mate, you're giving him too much real estate. You got to sit down and you got to take one to give one. Because Bam hasn't seen anything yet that could hurt him, and he's gonna just keep using rhythm. He's just gonna keep pouring it on. It's like a snowball rolling down a mountain of snow. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Before you know it, you're covered in snow and you're drowning. That's Rodriguez. Round 3. Guevara's back against the ropes. You just can't get Bam off of him. Yeah, that's what they're talking about. Nice right hand by Bam. What a style. And we got to remember, Guevara's a Mexican boxer too, though, so this is usually what he does. Good matchmaking. I like it, especially where Bam's at in his career at 24 years old. Give him a seasoned veteran with 40-plus fights. Nice right hand. We have to remember, he thought he was going to get El Gallo again. Then he moved up. A minute gone in the third. All right, there's redness around Guevara's face. Looks like a little bit of blood in the nose. Nice jab by Bam. Ooh. When you watch Bam, you kind of feel like you're watching sort of like a painter, an impression, like an abstract artist who has like a blank canvas. And he's not really painting anything like objects or landscapes. He's doing sort of like, jazz art. And he's taking colors and he's throwing it on. And initially it looks chaotic. And then after he's done, it's just this beautiful abstract masterpiece. That's when I watch Bam. That's what I see. He shows so much. He gives so much. The feints, the movement, the jabs. Starts with the body work. Wants to break his opponent down. The pressure's constant. And then when he finishes with a knockout, it's just like, holy shit, dude. This dude's fucking next level. Fun to watch. 2 minutes gone in the third. Nice right hand by Guevara. Oh, nice angle by Bam. Nice jab by Bam. Right hand misses by Guevara. Bam makes him pay for it. Little counter. Yeah, Bam hasn't been in trouble at all. Hasn't really felt anything that he's worried about either. Oh! Knockdown. Oh, God, that was brutal. Guevara goes down with 30 seconds left in the third round. It was the one time in the fight where he started trading with Bam, and he lands, and Bam hits him with a 1-2 counter and drops him. Bleeding from the nose, bleeding from the mouth. 25 seconds left. Bam smells blood. He's going to really go for it here. Guevara better mind his P's and Q's. 20 seconds left. Oh, big uppercut, drops him again. He's out. He's not getting up. Not getting up. Call that shit. It's over. Third round knockout. We saw this one coming. Bam Rodriguez, that is a beautiful masterpiece. He just painted that picture I was talking about. Start with the body shots. The constant pressure is a constant in his game plan. The body work was beautiful. I see no flaws. If anything, people are going to say, the haters are going to say, he made it look too easy. Jesus. Made it look easy. I'm putting that in my notes. Made it look easy against a world champion. This is Bam Rodriguez, guys. That was crazy. No, he's moving up to 18. No one beats him at 15. Guys, that was brutal. That was awesome, guys. If you enjoy the technical side of boxing, the brutality, he just shows you everything. Bam Rodriguez has the technique. He has the knockouts. He has the flash. He has the style. Bam is who I wish Shakur was. Nobody wants to hear that, but like, because I'm a Shakur fan. The more you subscribe to my channel, I never talk bad about Shakur because I love the technical side of boxing. But my heart of hearts, one day I wake up, I watch a Shakur fight, and he fights like Bam. That would be awesome. Oh, God. Wait till you guys see the highlights of the counter. The first knockdown. The second knockdown ended it, but it's that first knockdown, the beautiful counter. Oh. And this dude's not even in his physical prime yet. He gets him out of there. I think it was an uppercut. Yeah, boom. Angles. Huge right uppercut. Man, that made it look easy. Painted a picture. What else do we want to say? Painted a picture. Artist in there, man. Yeah, Guevara, you don't come back. You don't come back from that. The monster could move back down to 18. We'd love to see that. I mean, what's he been fighting at 26? You know, I really haven't heard him wanting to go back to 18. I mean, I think the fight with him and Nakatani is being spoken about at 22. Junto Nakatani. But Bam said early 122, yeah. Bam said earlier in the week that he sees realistically that he fights in UA in 3 years. And I like his reasoning. Bam's a smart dude, very humble. He's hard not to like. He's one of my favorite fighters. I like what Garcia does, man. That's a 40-fight veteran, former world champion in Guevara he had no answers for him. Made it look easy, painted a picture. The question is, where does he go from here, right? I'm sure they'll ask him. I'm sure they're going to ask him. Bam showed out. Classy. 21-0, 14 knockouts, guys. Yeah, no respect. That's a dangerous proposition to be fighting a guy like Bam when Bam isn't fearful of anything coming back. And I don't want to call this a mismatch. I mean, he did because he's a former world champion. But you see that a lot with some of these undercard fights. 10-1 odds. Oh, he's the first guy to stop him. I didn't know Guevara had never been stopped. That uppercut was gorgeous.
What were you looking for with that shot? At that point in the fight, I was already just having fun, really. And whatever was
It was the angle change, too. I hope they talk about that. It wasn't just an uppercut, the knockout punch. I wish Mannix would ask that. What he did was to set it up. He had Guevara in the corner, and before he throws that, he angle changes. Here, he switches his feet, and boom, catches him right there. That punch is not landing if he doesn't angle change, if he doesn't move his feet. It's those little things, it's those little subtleties that at the highest level, man.
We've heard a lot from Chukhajian saying he's ready for that type of fight. If that fight's on the table, how interested are you in taking on Gonzalez? I'm ready for it. If the unification don't come, why not? What would it mean to you to take on?
He said he's ready for the Chukhajian fight. He's so fun to watch, man. Eddie Hearn on.
I mean, that was like just an artist at work. You know, you've got to understand.
Exactly what I said, Eddie.
He's an exception.
It was definitely an artist at work. The monster will get stopped at 26. Bam moves up anyway, moves down. Instant class will eliminate anything. Hey, man, I can't argue that. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see that.
I think this kid's number 3 in the world pound for pound pay-per-view fighter, you know, and I think right now we need to see him unify the division. He unified at flyweight. I want to see him unify at super flyweight. I want to give us a little shout out to His Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh, who I know is watching. You love great fighters. You love pound for pound fighters. Bam and Robert Garcia said, I think it's time for a little trip to Riyadh season. So we'd love to take.
Okay, bring Bam with Turkeys. See what Turkey could do. It looks like Chukhajian. Ramon Gonzalez. Legend.
You've promoted Ramon Gonzalez for several fights. You've heard them say we don't want to fight each other. How realistic is that fight right now?
Money talks.
You know, out of respect, Mr. Honda didn't want these guys fighting. Now Chukhajian is at a stage he wants a challenge. He wants a big challenge.
He wants a payday, baby. He wants that money. That Turkey Al-Sheikh payday.
So let them make their money. Let them give the crowd
I'm all for that. I want to see Bam versus Chukhajian.
24 years of age.
Young buck.
You know, and listen, if this kid was a middleweight, you'd be talking about him as one of the all-time greats of the sport.
100%.
This weight class is getting
Love Bam Rodriguez, man. Nothing bad to say about him.
in action, and that knockout tonight, this is a very, very special time.
Kid is a stud.
Performance. Big fights ahead for Bam Rodriguez.
5'4" knockout artist, dude. Come on! You walk by Bam on the streets of Texas, he wears his glasses with his hat, you'd be like, who is this little bloke? Meanwhile, he's an assassin, sniper, savage knockout artist. I love it. Love it. Love how quiet he is. Stud. Love how disciplined he is in the firefight. You could have all the skills in the world. It's one of those things that, as a young kid, one of my favorite fighters, Arturo Gatti, he would lack. But it's why we loved him, because he would lack that discipline in the pocket in a firefight. He would let the dog out too soon, my coach used to say. Shout out, Jack Lowe. You let the dog out too soon, you could get caught. And Gotti, that would happen to Gotti time and time again. You know, I talk about it all the time. The first Mickey Ward fight, the first 3 rounds of that fight, Arturo Gatti was as world class as you'd ever see him. His footwork was gorgeous. His boxing was beautiful. And he gets caught at the end of the 3rd round. And by the 4th round, his corner is screaming at him, "Box, Arturo! Arturo, box!" Meaning, stop slugging, motherfucker. Keep your hands up. Fucking box, move. But, you know, Bam never loses that sort of, that wherewithal in a firefight. He's always defensive-minded, man. You never really see him, you know, get over his heels and get too wide-eyed for the knockout. He's patient, methodic. It's that snowball I talked about. Keeps rolling. Before you know it, it hits you and you're drowning. That was fun. Come on, Jaron. Chukhajian. How do you guys pronounce that last name? I've heard Chukhajian, Chukhajian. What did I hear today? Chukhajian, I heard. Chukhajian. I like Chukhajian. It's easy to pronounce. Even though he won that last fight, Ennis, he still has questions to answer. Will he get the knockout? Will he be able to cut the ring off? What Chukhajian are we going to see? Are we going to see the guy who moves around, or is he going to want to fight him? That was an early night. Main event coming, guys. The Illadelph. I went to college in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Played baseball there for 2 years. Pennsylvania is a cool state. It's a big state. Philly's near New York. Pittsburgh's near Cleveland. So opposite sides, but Philly's has its cool pieces too. Nice. He did look bigger. If you guys were watching with me, Bam filled out. His back was bigger. I don't know, man. That's kind of an unfair question. It's really consequential. Fight stats, 69, 33 punches landed. They have Guevara landing 1 high-impact punch, power shot to 21. Bam throws 200 to 134. It's that pressure. That's Bam Rodriguez. Impressive that he's the first to stop Guevara, too. I think that says a lot. Says a lot about both guys. Guevara, long career, good career, world champion. Probably time to hang it up. Here we go. Damn, no love to Corinne Chukhajian. A lot of fights coming up. That Dmitry Bivol lead hook, that Russian hook is weird to me. I was taught to throw the lead hook here. Loop it, that circle hook. Bang. Bang. It's actually fun to throw. It goes against everything, but the reason why he gets away with it, because he throws it on that exit step. He's not throwing it in the pocket, so in the pocket you have to be tight. He's boom, exit, and then looping it and catching fools coming in on it, and they don't see that. It's actually a very intelligent, sneaky, tricky punch, how Dmitry Bivol throws that lead hook. Fascinating fight style, especially to see in the pros. We always knew that's how they did in the amateurs, but when you start seeing that style work in the pros, that's impressive. I can't wait to see that rematch with Better Beef. To me, rematches should always be, it shouldn't be about vengeance, it should be about adjustments. And so that's why I'm really interested. High-level rematches always excite me to see the adjustments. We got Usyk Fury coming up. We're about to watch one right now. I got to say about Ennis, though, if you guys watched all the Fight Week stuff, videos I put up, when you watch him normally and then you see him during Fight Week, how much weight does he cut, man? He didn't look good during the Fight Week. He looked drawn out. He looked thin. His abs were just flat. I'd like to, he's cutting a lot of weight, meaning that maybe there is truth to this fight with Virgil at 54 happening next. We'll see. But Jaron talks about, Boozy talks about, they want to go undisputed first at 47. But if you want to go undisputed at 47 just because of ego or legacy, that's one thing. We'll see if that will hold up more versus the paycheck or versus, I think the fans want to see him at 54. Think about that division. That division's so exciting now. I'm not sure what people are going to do in a rematch. He would need to fight more than survive, but doing so increases the chance of him being knocked out. Maybe. I want to see them. Yeah. And this is why I had no problem saying Better Beef won that first fight, is what you just said, Jack. It's still a fascinating rematch in my eyes to see what he would do. The Boots is talking about Crawford. Well, so my issue with Boots and that narrative is that Terrence doesn't want to fight. At least say he doesn't want to fight me at 147. Stop saying he doesn't want to fight me. You know what I'm saying? Because Bud is at 54. He said he's not going to go back to 47. So if you want to fight him, move up to 54. That makes sense. That's exciting. No one's talking about that. Boots starts his Chukhajian here. Maybe takes the Virgil fight. And then fights Bud at 54? Come on. Are we going to see Errol fight Seb? Is that going to go down? I think so many of us have PTSD from Errol. I love Errol Spence Jr., man. I love Bud Crawford. You'll never hear me talk trash about him. It's just the hopeless romantic in me. The positive mindset guy is like, I still want to see Errol peak Errol. I still think we might have one or... I want to, like, see him one more time at his best. You know, just for his own legacy. Because he did so much for the sport. And we know the health issues. I actually think the Seb Fundora fight for Errol is a good matchup. Most people might not agree with me. People, Chukhajian never got into the beautiful rhythmic pendulum, too much concentration, less in the zone. Yeah, Jay, I wonder how much of that has to do with that stigma, the narrative around Better Beeve. Somebody was talking about this week about the difference in power. No, it was Bivol. He was talking about the difference in power between Better Beeve and Canelo. And he was saying that the big difference was Canelo throws his punches. He doesn't sit down on everything. And maybe 1 out of 5 punches are real big. And that's kind of how you would drill. You know, when you're drilling with clients, when you're drilling with people, teaching them the sport, and you're teaching them combinations. If I'm teaching like, we'll say a 1-2, 1-2 combo, just boom, 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 boom. To learn them on how to throw punches at different speeds, you would tell them the last punch of each combo, sit down on it. So you would tap, 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 boom. And if it's a 1-2-3, tap, tap, boom. And that's how Canelo boxes. It's very, you know, old school way of throwing your punches. Bivol said Better Beeve. Everything Better Beeve lands is just boom, boom, boom. Like everything is fucking heavy. And I mean, how much of that is just genetics? You know, some guys just have I spar a lot of guys. You know, I'm 42. If you follow my Instagram, I put up a lot of boxing stuff of me training, and then every now and then I'll put my shadow box stuff up on here, and people clown. But I'm a jokester anyway, so you're not gonna get through my thick skin. But I spar like guys who are 20, 30. The guy who hits the hardest of all the dudes I spar is 60 years old, and he's a guy who used to build ski chalets. So he used to work on a mountain down in South Australia, in this town, and as a kid he was building just fucking ski lodges. Thank you. I take care of myself. I train. I don't drink. I don't smoke. Been an athlete my whole life. But he at 60 he hits me harder than anybody I've been hit before, and he's only been boxing for like 7 years. So it always makes me, I think with power, some guys just have it, some guys just don't. And you could train, you know, you could power lift, you could sit down on your shots. Some people just have heavy hands. Remember Foreman knocked down his opponent in his last championship fight with a strange punch. Didn't look too big. 100%. Yeah, and that, I wonder if you could study that. I mean, the nerd in me, the statistical guy in me, the analytics, we know some guys just have power and some don't. But let's get into that. Like, why is that? You know, does it have to do with grip strength? Does it have to do with core or glute activation? Because I had an old school coach who, when he's teaching us from orthodox to throw our straight right, we would drill it. And every time the right hand would land, he'd be forcing, you'd squeeze your quad. You'd squeeze your quad and squeeze your glute on impact. And then I get coached in my late teens by a guy, and he wants me real loose. So it's just different. To become the oldest champ, knocked him out. Also Wilder knocked out Ennis with that Helenius shot too, man. Didn't Helenius just fight? Helenius was coming off of a fight, I think 2 or 3 weeks prior to. I mean, meaning that, like, you know, he won, but he was coming off a training camp. He didn't really get a lot of time to rest and recover. And that was a brutal knockout. And Wilder has that. Wilder, I mean, prior to his last few fights, that was the whole thing with Deontay, is that he just has that weird sort of witchcraft touch you and you go down power. I mean, Conor McGregor in MMA. You know, if you watch MMA and watch Conor come up from 145, fight at 155, you know how when he fought Josie Aldo, that little short fucking counter hook, people would just go out. His first fight in the UFC, Marcus Brimage. You know, Brimage was a prospect with a lot of hype on him. It was Conor's first fight. Brimage was the guy. from Louisiana, and he'd wear that red laser thing that looked like it was from Star Trek. He was the favorite, and Conor just tapped him, and he goes down. Chad, was it Chad Menendez? Chad Menendez. You know, when Menendez fights Conor for the title, I think it was at 45 on short notice. Menendez might have won the first round, grappled Conor a bit, and then Conor just tapped him, and then Menendez backs up, and then Conor knocked him out on the fence. Some guys just have that weird power. You got the current 145 champ in MMA, Ilia Topuria, what he did to Max Holloway. Ilia Topuria's boxing, man, is so fucking beautiful and technical, and he could grapple. I know this is boxing right now, but when I see UFC fighters who have fucking textbook boxing who become champions, I like talking about them. It's one thing you guys don't know. I watch every UFC fight, too. I watch every boxing fight. I've written books about both sports. My third book will be out probably in the next few months. I just released my second one a year ago, but this third one is 10 interviews I've done with boxers, and my whole shtick outside of boxing is personal development. You know, at 42, I want all my friends and family to be healthy the older we get. So I interviewed these fighters and just spoke about not necessarily their fights, but lessons they learned in losses, lessons they learned in sort of adversity. And I'm going to start promoting that probably in about 6 months. But yeah, my first book had a lot of, my point was a lot of MMA fighters. Hoist Gracie's in the first one. Stipe. Oh, we're doing the national anthem again. Nice. They're going to do the Ukrainian anthem? Nice. Oh, yes. Little fun fact for you guys. Most people don't know. The whole style of acting in America, Hollywood, method acting, that comes from Russia. St. Petersburg, the Russian theater. Google it. They take their arts very seriously. Anya Kosachevich. So my buddy and I, when we were kids, were such nerds of Rocky IV that my buddy John Lalo, during Rocky IV's Russian national anthem, knew it by heart. He'd watched Rocky IV so many times, he could sing the Russian national anthem. Oh, shit. Once again, we didn't want this fight. I'm stuck in the, sorry, not training tomorrow. Aiming for Friday. Will we get that knockout? Will we see Ennis face adversity? Because you know what's going to happen. If Boots knocks Chukhajian out, everyone's going to say he should have knocked him out. If he wins the decision, oh, God. then it'll be fun in the comment section. Better be from Philly. Okay, I don't know who this is, but they're a Philly. Philly affiliated, the Illadel. That's a tough gig, singing the national anthem. I don't know, man. It's such a hard song to sing. It's like, if you guys like music, if you know the Righteous Brothers, a lot of songs get remade. There's a lot of remakes of old songs. No one will touch the Righteous Brothers song because it's so hard to sing. You Lost That Lovin' Feeling and the song from Ghost. Oh, my love. That one, Enchanted Melody. This national anthem, though, America's, is a tough one to sing. No one beats Whitney Houston's, though. She's the GOAT. She's good, though. She ain't Whitney, though. I think Whitney's was either at the was it the World Series or the Super Bowl? Did you guys check out Jaron Ennis's boots? I put a video up. Tom and Jerry inspired boxing boots. I love them. Mr. Catch a Body. Ooh, that note didn't sound good. Ooh, I don't know, man. You know, we can't sing, but we judge singers. No, not for me. That was terrible. Ugh. Come on! I love David Diamante's hair game. Yeah, Chukhajian. Well, he said Chukhajian. It's not Chukhajian? Chukhajian. Chukhadzian. That's how you spell it. Chukhadzian. Mandatories, man. We complain when they don't fight their mandatories, and then we complain when they fight the mandatories. It's never good enough for us, guys. Never good enough. There's always something to complain about. You know my biggest beef with DAZN, by the way, is when I turn the app on, I had to see old mate's face that I did a video about, and then he tried hating on me. The dude with the big eyes. That guy. I didn't know he was affiliated with DAZN. I didn't even know who he was. I just knew that he loves Errol Spence, and he's a fanboy. That dude's boxing content's hilarious. Let's see the fucking Wells Fargo Center light up. Showbiz. That guy. Good on him, though, man. He's built a little name for himself. I didn't know he was affiliated with DAZN. I just saw a guy who was talking shit. He didn't really know what he look, to be fair, he knows boxing, but he's just so fucking cartoonish for me, man. It's cringe. Like, I don't do TikTok. I don't know about the younger generation stuff. Like, I don't think boxing should be kind of handled like that, but I'm not a fucking gatekeeper. I'm no one. Needs to update his Khalifa video. He said the dude was a woman. I don't follow him. You know, if you saw my videos, I'm keeping it up to date. Yeah, those people who were saying he's a woman are idiots. That is a bloke. 100%. I got into it with somebody in the comment section about, I was talking about their gait and their nonverbal. How would you know, bitch? I had to let him know. Thank God for Matchroom and Eddie for kind of taking boots under their wing. You know, because he just turned 27. It's already his second main event in his hometown. He wasn't getting that love prior. How do you hate it? You can't hate a guy like Boots either, man. And this is why I kind of like harp on guys in the boxing world who talk shit about fighters. Because you can tell this kid lives it. Jaron Ennis, man, he lives boxing, man. I'm in and out like a robbery. And I love seeing sons of fathers who fought who are way better than their dads, because that's how you know, like, they learn. You know, Boozy was not Boots. Great coach. Just tuned in. Bam up next. Bam already fought, 3rd round knockout. I'm gonna do a video tomorrow about it. Amazing. Bam was the first guy to finish Guevara, 3rd round. Beautiful boxing display. Did everything right. This is the main event, guys. Tim Tszyu, last fight was hard to watch. Jack B, 100%. I was at the gym yesterday talking about Tim Tszyu, the biggest flaw there. You don't fight a guy like Murtazaev and fight. Tim fought like an amateur, meaning that he would get hit and want to get it back. He fought in the strike zone the entire time with his hands on. I could go on and on about that fight. You're welcome, Kane. We'll talk about Tim later. But people are like, oh, he's not going to come back. Dude, he could definitely come back. At only 30 years old, those are like strategy things to fix. I didn't see anything physical that Murtazaev was better than Tim at. I was wondering the whole time what the yeah, those are strategies, man. You get to the highest level of the mountaintop and you're fighting a guy. What's he doing trying to get Murtazaev out there in the first round? You got to lengthen that guy out. You watch his last fight. It took him 11 rounds. Granted, he fought during Ramadan, but you know he's a big puncher. For a guy like me with only a little bit of followers, I did the video the prior of the week talking about Murtazaev's lead hook. You want to lengthen that guy out in the mid to late rounds. What is Zoo doing trying to get him out there in the first round? That's an ego. That's his camp. I'm not a proponent of him leaving those guys. That's not the answer. It's a strategy thing. It's having the hard talks that they need to have with him about and talking about when you're fighting at the highest level, these aren't guys in your first 10 fights. These are all killers. So you have to stick to a goddamn game plan. And that was one of the biggest things that I was shocked at, was to see how undisciplined he was when he got hurt. But then again, how can we judge it? You get hurt, you physically, you might, for us, it looks like he has all of his bearings, but who knows what happened. And you get popped here once. Why Boots coming out with IG Herbo? Bro need to get on Tyrese Maxey. Preach! Preach! I don't know nothing about that. IG. I mean, there's a lot of great artists come from Philly. I want to see someone old school, though. Like, my age. Old head. I don't know, man. G Herbo. I like the color scheme. I like that earth tone brown with the purple, though. I gotta be honest. I like the colors he's rocking. Boots, you just want to see more of him. You know what I mean? I did a video a year ago about before he signed with Matchroom, and that was the one beef I had with him. I was like, I just want to see him do more. On social media, do more. I want to see more. I want to learn about him. You know what I mean? Because he's so talented in the ring. As fans, that's what, because it's going to get to the point where, he's already 32-0 and 29 knockouts. People are just going to have to start looking for things to kind of, talk negatively about him. And it's hard to do it physically. It's hard to do it with the skill set. Like I said earlier, maybe his defense could be a bit leaky. We haven't seen that get too tested yet. We haven't seen a pressure fighter really try to take it to him, put him on his back foot. But if anything, you would say, hey, work on your marketability a bit. And I don't even know if he really cares about that stuff. But in this day and age of boxing with social media, it's something that you have to think about. You're putting your life at risk, and you have to run your career like a business. Spence also got lost in the moment when Crawford was getting the best of me. Double down and try to get inside. And, man, I've rewatched that Spence-Crawford fight a few different times, and it's not like – it went 9 rounds. He got knocked down a few times. But the one thing Spence did do, he stuck to the game plan, but he didn't make adjustments. He got some good punches in. It wasn't like Bud got out of that fight unscathed. He landed some of those big jabs and some of those exchanges, but he never won any of those exchanges. Bud won all those exchanges. Bud got the best in all those exchanges. And I just didn't see any adjustments in EJ. And that's why I want to see him fight again. Because that's how we can tell if you have an all-time great on your hands in any fighter I'm talking about. It's from fight to fight to fight. When you dissect your performance, whether you're undefeated or you lost, it's like, what adjustments are you making? And I think true boxing fans, that's what we really like to see in fighters. And that's why I'm intrigued in this fight. I want to see if Boots can cut the ring off. But he abandoned the jab to get inside too early because he kept getting countered over the top. And he was throwing all those fucking big hooks. Yeah, he won that first round. I mean, how much of that was Bud giving away that first round, wanting to see what EJ had? But, he was never the same after getting clipped. But he never quit on himself. And that's a fighter I'll always cheer for. EJ went down swinging. Even when the ref stopped it, he was like, swollen face. We all saw the photos. But he didn't quit on himself. That's a guy you want to cheer for. That's why I never understood guys like Showbiz who hate on Bud or hate on other fighters, or other guys who hated on EJ and piled on. It's like, if you're really a boxing fan, if you've ever, really boxed, you wouldn't, that wouldn't even be part of your narrative, is to jump on a guy like EJ because he lost against a guy like Bud because he lost. Like, you're going to make fun of that guy? Like, get the fuck out of here. Those are guys I like to fight, by the way. Like, I'm not a bully at all. Like, even when I spar, I'm laughing. Like, I love fighting. Like, it's fun to me. It's problem solving. But those are guys like what's the proper adjective I'm looking for? Hypothetically, I like to fight guys who talk shit about fighters because they've never been punched in the face. What are we gonna see here, boys? Showbiz hating. Showbiz don't hate on anyone who just gives his opinion on matchups. Oh, okay. Joshua got too excited too. Lost composure right when he got knocked out. I've seen Showbiz hate a lot, mate. You're off base on that one. We've done videos back and forth, that dude and I. He's definitely... I called him out multiple times for hating against Dubois. Dude, Daniel Dubois put the heavyweight division on notice. Dynamite. I don't know if any of us had him beating AJ. He looked good, man. What was the fight where I had to do the video because Showbiz was hating and said he got robbed? Last March. It was a big fight. It'll come to me. I'll send you the link. Zoo. It's time to show out. Put on a performance. Let's go. No. It was Jaron Ennis versus David Avenetian. And Showbiz did a video that Boots broke Avenetian's jaw and he was carried out on a stretcher. And I did a video, and he was saying how he was a bum. And I put up a video of Avenetian 5 minutes after the fight. No broken jaw. The thing about the stretcher is Boots' people bring the stretcher to every one of his fights because that's one of his sayings. It's one of his acronyms. The old acronym, leaving on, what is it? ILAC or something. Mr. Catch a Body, leave him on a stretcher, something like that. So and Showbiz did this whole video talking trash about Avenetian, about how he got his jaw broken. And I was like, this dude's lying. He was doing it for clicks. He didn't get his jaw broken. You can't talk and do a video if you have your jaw broken. That shit's wired. He's a bit clickbaity for me, man. Come on now. That fucking all... It's like, dude, shut the fuck up, man. This shit is corny to me. I don't like corny dudes, man. It's weird. Not in boxing. Be corny if you're... Be a stand-up. Same thing about Fury breaking Usyk's jaw. Yeah, that's sort of like... And we know what he's doing, but it's like, you know, pass me on with that shit, dude. You're fucking corny. Well, what am I, 11 years old? He's like making content for 11-year-olds. It's like, dude, you're a fucking bitch. In the best possible way. Okay, Chukhajian taking the center, misses with a big right hand. Boots is so smooth with his left to right. He's like on a swing. Beautiful to watch. He's like on a swing. Nice jab to the body. They're just playing here. They're tapping here. Already seen him taking the center with Chukhajian. This is when people talk about Boots having a leaky defense. It's on the exits. His hands are down. But, I mean, reflex fighter. Seen this with a lot of quick guys, fast guys, sharp. Just turned 27, not even in the prime of his career. Fast as hell, smart as hell, defensive-minded, quick. But then those hands drop, but I think that's part of his style. No one's made him pay for it yet. 2 minutes left in the first. Both miss on a jab. So Boots misses on a jab. Chukhajian misses on a right hand. Jab. Catches Boots with a right hand. Okay, I've already seen adjustments in Chukhajian. He's already staying around a lot longer. We'll see what he does once he gets hit one time, though. You know, that's the difference. Like, when he feels Boots' power, is he still going to stay there? What's going to happen? Is he going to go out on his shield? Boots catches him with a counter. 90 seconds left in the first. Chukhajian misses with a lead uppercut. Boots switches to southpaw. Does that flawlessly, too. If you're not looking for it, you'll miss that, those little subtle stance switches. Yeah, I like what I'm seeing from Chukhajian in terms of his aggression. Big right hand, nice head movement. Boots is switching again. They clinch up. A minute left in the first. Boots is so loose in there, man. Nothing looks forced. Everything. Beautiful guy to watch. Even his angles, like you don't see anything tense. The jab is just there and everything is here. Oh! Boots is wobbled! Clip Boots, catches Karen back. He's saying, Boots is saying, I'd have to see a replay. He's saying it was the back of his head, but he was wobbled. He looks okay now, looks recovered, but he's clinching up. 38 seconds left in the first. Is that the first time we've seen him kind of wobbly? Dude, Karen's landing. Now Boots is being much more aggressive. He needs, I would slow it down a bit here. 25 seconds left. Oh, Chukhajian with the left hand over the top. Chukhajian's fighting a lot differently, guys. 15 seconds left in the round. You know what he's doing is he's forcing Boots to fight. Oh, Jaron lands a big hook. 10 seconds left. Chukhajian with the right hand. Excuse me. Good round, guys. Yo, how you scoring that one? How you scoring that one? The first fight, Karen didn't win one round. You could, bro, you could give that round to Karen. Boots is wide eye. That was close. Let me know how you guys are scoring that. Look, on the basis of Karen not winning one round last fight, and what I've seen so far, I'm giving it to Chukhajian that first round. I don't know. They don't give us the stats. He wobbles Boots. He doesn't move. In the end of that round, what I started seeing was Karen was forcing Jaron to stay there. No, that was a Jaron. That's a clean shot on the ear. Boom. You get hit here, your equilibrium goes. On this one, Mike Karen heard everyone hating on him, right? Yo, this is already way more intriguing than the first one. Second round. Boots with a quick combo coming out Southie. All right, Boots looks way more. It almost like he wasn't awake that first round. He's controlling the center now. That first round, he let Karen control the center. They're standing in the middle and trading. They link up. Boots looks sharp. Karen looks sharp. Karen looks like he's ready for a goddamn dogfight, guys. Boots is fighting this round at southpaw. He got caught southpaw, though. He got caught with a lead hook. Boots not backing up this round. I like what I'm saying. Oh, no. Did his mouthpiece go flying? Yeah, that's the difference. In the combos, they're swinging together rather than Karen just guarding up. 1 minute gone in the second. Another left hook. What Karen is doing with his left hook, he's throwing it and dropping the right hand. He's dropping his right side, so the hook is coming over the top, and it's one of those holes in his defense. I guarantee he game planned for that hook. All right, Boots made the adjustment that time, put his right hand up. But that's the shot he hurt him with in the first. Caught him clean about 30 seconds ago. Throws it again, and then you saw Boots with his right hand. I like that adjustment. Love that stuff. 90 seconds left in the second. Oh, another big left hook. Jaron doesn't like that. He keeps saying, that was a clean left hook, mate. Boots is so fast. Good fight. Minute left in the second. Boots is fighting orthodox again. Karen looks strong in the clinch tonight. Boots with the jab. Karen lands a 1-2. Caught up on the ropes. Boots back to orthodox, trying to take the center. Karen's more... Right now, Chukhajian is just outworking Boots. I never thought I'd say that. Boots is missing with that uppercut. I like it, though, but he's missing with it. He's trying to catch Karen coming in. He's thrown it twice this round. It hasn't landed. If that does land, it's a nice shot. 30 seconds left in the second. I think I like Boots at orthodox more than southpaw, guys. At orthodox, I just think he's more defensive sounded. And I like his jab better. His jab, orthodox, seems like it has more power on it. At southpaw, it's just he kind of throws his jab like that, but at ortho, he sits down on it. I'd like to see him fight Karen. Oh, Karen's showboating a bit. Mate, what do you guys think? How you scoring that one? That's a close one. That's a close one. So Boots came out the first and second round southpaw. In both rounds, he went back to orthodox. Something to watch. I think he's going to come out this third round orthodox. I say the same thing, bro. Boots also whips his shots sometimes in southpaw. Yeah, and I wonder how much does he need to do that? You know what I mean? When I was 15 years old, getting ready to, we were taking batting practice, and my dad wasn't a coach, but he saw me. I used to like hitting left-handed. And he got so pissed at me because I was hitting balls left-handed. And he was like, dude, unless you hit home runs every time right-handed, don't switch hit, you dumbass. And so in terms of like what I'm seeing, he gets hit a lot when he's fighting southpaw, and I don't see a big sort of like net positive when he goes southpaw, other than it looks cool when he switches. We'll see. Oh, he comes out orthodox. Called it. Comes out orthodox. I like that. I got to put that in my notes. Third round came. So he's taking him serious here. He knows he's in a dogfight. Came out ortho. I wish I could hear the corner. I wonder if his coach said, if his Boozy said that. But it is Philly. True story. He better put his hands up. Yeah. Oh, big left hand by Chukhajian. Is Boots better keep... I don't like Boots' defense, mate. And that's what Crawford was talking about he's not ready. Oh! Chukhajian, man, he's fighting like he wants to win this fight. We'll see if he can maintain this pressure. Ooh, nice uppercut by Boots. It's when you see Ennis in flashes, his reaction, his speed, that's the greatness. Ooh, nice angle by Chukhajian. 90 seconds left in the third. They're staying right in the middle. Close round, another close round. Big right hand, big left hand by Chukhajian. Boots rolls a lot with it, so he doesn't seem too phased. He lands a big 1-2, and he's just here. But those are centimeters away, fractions of centimeters away from doing real damage. Boots with a nice left hook. Goes back to southpaw. I don't like him here. Oh, okay, I see. What he's trying to do is time that big back uppercut when he goes to southpaw. It's just what I've noticed his pattern in the first 2.5 rounds. Oh, yes, Chukhajian's melting on the ropes. He grabs up. The first time we saw Chukhajian really get hurt there. Okay, so that's what Boots is trying to do. He's tap in when he goes southpaw. Big right hand by Chukhajian. And then he's trying to throw that big back uppercut from southpaw. He landed it, hurt Chukhajian against the ropes. Chukhajian did the veteran thing, grabbed him, looks recovered now. 40 seconds left in the third. It's a good round by Ennis. Big left hand by Ennis from south. Chukhajian. Oh! Dude, they're exchanging. Good body work. Good right hand by Chukhajian. Back to the body. Ennis misses a hook. Karen lands the jab 1-2. Has Boots on the corner, on the ropes. Boots links up. 10 seconds left. Oh! That looked like a trip. Good round by Ennis. That's a 10-9 round for Boots. I gave the first 2 to Karen. How you guys scoring this so far? Good fight. Way better than the first fight. We're definitely seeing Boots have to answer some more questions this fight. Been staggered and wobbled in that first round. Got hit right over the ear, right where that equilibrium. Didn't go to the ground. That first round, it looks like he wasn't really up. The second round, he came out more aggressive. I still had Chukhajian winning the second round. This third round, he was winning. Looked good. I don't... We'll see if he comes out ortho. He looks confident in the corner. I love watching guys that create angles with footwork. 103-0 Karen. Nice. Ortiz is going to hurt Boots. Not going to lie. Yeah. I have a 2-1. I can see a 3-0. Virgil's one of my favorite fighters. I'd love to see that fight. I love watching Virgil fight. Man, that dude's a fucking dog. That whole division. I love Boacek. Can't wait to see Madrimov versus Boacek. Man, that's going to be fucking fireworks. All right, Boots came out in the 4th round, back to southpaw. He's trying to set that uppercut up. If Boots gets him out of there, it's going to be from southpaw with that backhand. He's trying to set him up. Oh, big right hand by Karen. Big left hand by Karen. Dude, these two are fun to watch. This is a fun fight. Flick jab, flick jab, flick jab. If I'm Karen, when he switches to southpaw, you just got to circle to his left. You got to circle away from his right hand. That's all you got to do. When Boots is at southpaw, you know what he wants to do. He wants to land that backhand power. Circle away from it, especially from orthodox. Oh, nice right hand by Karen. Nice body work by Karen. 1 minute gone in the 4th. Boots is back up against the ropes. He's letting Karen control the center again like he did in the first few rounds. I like Chukhajian's left hook tonight. It's thrown in from a different angle. Boots, jab, misses. Karen controls the center. Misses with the right hand. Some of these angles are great from both guys. Chukhajian is much more subtle with his angle changing. Boots does it way more with a flare. Good head movement. The thing about Chukhajian, he doesn't waste a lot of movements. Boots is a little bit more wider with his angles. Pushing Boots up against the ropes again. Nice body work by Karen. Nice work up top. Oh, that's an illegal shot. Ennis catches him with a fucking kidney shot in the back. That was so blatant. Good jab. Boots now orthodox. Nice right hand. I like what Boots does really well from the orthodox is keeping his punches tight in the clinch. He has a really beautiful way when they're in the clinch from orthodox, landing that right hand over the top. It's gorgeous. It's not the easiest thing to do. It's not just here. He kind of rolls it over the top. Yeah, that's a skill, being able to throw those power shots with close fucking range. 40 seconds left. Karen's back in the middle, misses with a left hook. They climb up. They clinch up. Boots, he kind of looks frustrated a bit. He's there, though, talking to the ref. Big leaping left hook again by Chukhajian. Nice right uppercut by Boots. 20 seconds left in the 4th. Come on, ref. Let him fight, baby. I want to see the boxers, not the ref. Let's go. Was that Harvey Dock? He's a legend, though. Nice left hook by Chukhajian. Right uppercut by Boots. Boots is getting frustrated when they get into the clinch and Karen grabs him. But he's not grabbing him to avoid danger. What I'm seeing is Boots is missing with a big uppercut, and then Karen grabs him. And then Boots gets frustrated, which, I mean, that's what you want to do. You want to smother the risk of those power shots. If your man misses, grab him and clinch, and then make it reset. That's boxing. You can't get frustrated at that. Another close round. Boots eating the jab every time in the hook still. Yeah, that hook is pretty. People think Boots can survive, but crazy. I don't like playing boxing math, but yeah. I'd love to see the fight at 54. And that's what we've been talking about, guys. The only thing I don't like hearing about Ennis when he says this narrative that Boots doesn't want, or Bud doesn't want to fight him. He doesn't want to fight you at 47, Jaron. Move to 54, he'll fight you there. So don't just say he doesn't want to fight you. You know what I'm saying? That's like, that reminds me of like some crooked politician misconstruing their opponent's policies to fit their narrative. Sound familiar? What do you think about Rafael Espinoza? Man, that's a guy that doesn't get enough pub. There's so many guys like that. You know, as I keep growing, it's a slow burn. I do my best with talking about as many different boxers that I can. I don't think Boots gives Bud his credit. I don't think he does either. I do my best to cover guys that aren't just world champions. That's my favorite. Espinoza's a beast, mate. That's a good guy to watch. Rafa. All right, Mannix has a 38-38, 2 rounds of 2. These are going to be all over the shop. I guess 2 rounds of 2 seem fair, but if he gave Karen round 4, See, I gave Karen rounds 1 and 2, gave Boots 3. So a lot of the guys, if you give Karen round 4, he's up 3 rounds to 1 on my card. But oh, big right uppercut by Boots. 2 minutes left in the 5th. So guys, how much of it is that because Karen survived that whole the first fight, does he not respect Boots' power? And how much of it is that Boots thinks that he should just respect his power? Because I think that might be where some frustration lies. There's a nasty headbutt. And Boots has got some swelling on his right eye. That's going to... Or is that from the jab? I think that was just a headbutt. But Boots has some swelling under his right eye. And I think it's the point maybe that you brought up about him getting caught with that jab. But that jab is landing a lot. Nice uppercut. Oh, Karen's wobbled. Karen got wobbled by a close uppercut. Oh, a big left hook by Ennis. Ennis is turning him on. Ennis thinks he has him hurt. 1:09 left in the 5th round. Chukhajian, a big left hook by Boots. Boots is dangerous at distance. You got to cover him up. Boots is trying to get him out of there, guys. He takes a knee. Wow. Smart. So Karen goes to a knee with 50 seconds left. That's a veteran move. And what happened was he got caught at Ennis's punch range. You cannot be at the end of Ennis's punch range. You got to get inside. 30 seconds left. We got a dogfight. Big left hand by Chukhajian. Big right hand. So 30 seconds left. I'm going to wait till this round ends to say what I'm going to say. If Chukhajian survives this round, that is such a veteran-savvy move, what he just did, and it's what Tim Tszyu didn't do. There's no shame in my game. If I get hurt, take a goddamn knee. Get that count. Don't just stand. 10 seconds left. Huge round for Ennis. Oh, a confident Jaron Ennis is dangerous. All right, that's a 10-8 round. That's big for Boots. But guys, we'll see how much that plays into the fact. Rather than trying to stand and fight him with his ego when Chukhajian was hurt, he did what you're taught to do, and he took a knee. And he let the ref come, and he had the 10 count. What Tim Tszyu didn't do against Murtazaylov is he didn't take a knee, and he was taking all those shots. So there's no shame in your game. If you're feeling you're getting hurt, and there's not a lot of time left in that round, take that knee. But what happened was Boots is dangerous when you get caught at the end of his punches, mate. You either got to be in or you got to be all the way out. All right. See, all right. I got, whoever these analysts are, I got love for you because you feel me then. Excellent veteran move. The haters will say, oh, he's a pussy, you took it. Those guys don't know boxing. It's a game. They got 7 more rounds left. Chukhajian's not there. He thinks he's in this fight. He thinks he could win this fight. So you have to do everything that you can to lengthen the fight, to elongate it. And if that's taking a knee, that's taking a knee. That's a veteran move. I love that. 10-8 round, though. 10-8 round, though. Okay, Boots has a little bit of swelling under his right eye. Chukhajian has a welt over his right eye. Big right hand. You can see some of the powers coming off of Chukhajian's punches. Boots is starting to pour it on. I mean, obviously, whenever you get a knockdown. But it wasn't like Boots was winning every round. One of these scorecards had it 3-1 Chukhajian. Another one had a 2-2. I had a 3-1. But going to the 5th, that's a 10-8 round now. And he took a lot of damage, and you're seeing it. Doesn't have the same pace. Boots is in the center. He needs to give Boots his respect with a big shot. I don't know how much he's trying to survive here. He looks withered. His legs don't look all the way back to me. He looks sturdy, though. I like the resiliency in Chukhajian. But he's missing a lot now. Boots misses with a combo. Throw the jab. So Boots keeps talking to somebody either in his corner or in the crowd. 90 seconds left in the 6th. Boots is sitting down on his shots now. Nice right hand by Chukhajian. Dude, that swag Boots has is fun to watch, though, guys. 100% he is. A minute left in the 6th. Body work by Boots is gorgeous. Yeah, Chukhajian looks like a different fighter. He looks frustrated now. He's the frustrated one. Jab to the body, jab to the body. Left hook misses up top. Elbow in the clinch. Nice jab by Chukhajian. This fight's turned. Good jab by Boots. Good right hand by Boots. 30 seconds left. Good jab by Chukhajian. 10 seconds left. Another Boots Ennis round. These scorecards are all over the shop. Halfway through. It looks like it's trending towards Ennis, though, from like what we're seeing the last 2 rounds. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see if he turns it up. Boozy said, get him out of there this round. I don't like advice like that. You know, once again, I like the technique. Give him some technical advice, Boozy. Don't just say, get him out of there this round. Tell him what he needs to do to get him out of there. You know, set him up with the hook. Move to the left and then throw the jab. Work the body, make him drop his hands, finish up top. Switch to southpaw, go back to ortho, throw a body shot, lead hook up top. Give him some technical advice. Don't just say, get him out of there. I know he's your son, but that frustrates me sometimes with corners. How, you know, of course he wants to get him out of there. You get paid the same. You know, you're not getting paid for overtime. Yeah, I agree with I didn't like the advice. The last 2 rounds, Boots look great. Good sound advice, necessary details. I don't like Boots talking to his corner. I mean, he could do what he wants. But you want to be 100% focused in there. Like when I see fighters, you know, talking to the crowd or acknowledging the corner, I mean, you lose that. You're not totally switched on. This is a blood sport. 1 second could change everything. 1 second could change the trajectory of your career. Think about Zab Judah versus Costa Zoo. 1 second, Judah gets knocked out. Low blow. That was low as hell. Harvey Doc steps in. Ennis with a blatant low blow. It's going to be a warning. There you go. Big left hook by Karen. Oh! Big right hand by Karen. That was gorgeous. He's back in the fight, man, with that shot. That was beautiful. Left hook under, right hand under. Woo! I love that combo. Ennis getting it back, though. Ennis getting it back. 90 seconds left in the 7th. This round looks more like the 5th round looked. Or when 1, 2, 3, 4. This round looks more like the 4th round looked. Yeah, Boots got a chin on him. I think he takes too many unwarranted shots, like shots that at 27 years old he doesn't need to be taking. You know, and those are that's technical things, man. You know, put your fucking hands up. Those shots add up over a career. You don't want to just take blatant right hands when you could have just been here or slipped it. Good body rip by Boots. His body shots are gorgeous. Big right hand by Chukhajian. 40 seconds left in the 7th. Boots is long, man. He uses his length and distance really well. He's at his best when he gets his opponent on his backhand. Big left hand. I like Boots' clinch work, but it looks to me that Karen is a little bit stronger than he thought he would be. He's not really manhandling him in the clinch. Wasting a lot of energy trying to get that done there. I think Boots should stay on the outside. Big left hand. 10 seconds left in the 7th. I'd like to see Ennis, these next few rounds, force Karen to fight him at range and stop engaging in the clinch. That's what I would tell him. You want to get him out of there. Your chance to get him out of there is making him fight you at range. Stop engaging in the clinch. That's an ego move. And knock him out a distance. I mean, that's how you hurt him in the 5th round. I mean, Boots gets so much whip action on his uppercuts from range. It's gorgeous. And then he pours it on you. That's another Boots round. I mean, at least Karen showed us a bit more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's another. I don't think we could give that to Chukhajian that round. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 49, 58, 67, 67, 10, 20, 30, 39, 48, 57. I have it 67, 65 right now. 67, 65 Boots. That's my scorecard. I'd have to relook at it because I'm analyzing it. Round 8, guys. Nice body work by Karen. I like Karen's left hook and his right hand. It's weird how Boots is getting frustrated when Karen's clinching. So Mannix has it 68, 64. I have it 67, 65. I can't be mad at that card. Yeah, it's still a fight. He's still in this fight. This 8th and 9th round, though, is going to say a lot. We're going to see if he wants to win or if he just wants to survive. That's another low blow. Ennis rips those uppercuts below the belt a lot. He got warned once, but I've seen like 3 or 4 of them. Fight him at that range, Boots. Keep him there. Keep him there. Keep him there. Oh, dirty. Oh, beautiful 5-punch combo by Ennis. Stay there. Oh, big right hook. 90 seconds left in the 8th. Chukhajian can take a shot, too. Big left hook, big right hand by Chukhajian. A minute left in the 8th. Big right hand by Chukhajian. Fighting right in the middle. He's the more active fighter this round. I don't know if Boots is taking this round off. Or if he's... Yeah, Karen's landed the bigger shots this round. This round 8, guys. 40 seconds left. I don't like Boots in the clinch, man. Who's Karen's trainer? I don't know, man. $20 seconds left. Good angle change by Ennis. He does that really slick. You can tell Boots has had a lot of knockouts in his career against lesser opponents in the clinch. And the more stiffer competition, he's not going to get away with that stuff. I think he's way better at distance. He's taking shots here. Chukhajian landed the bigger shots. I'm giving that round to Chukhajian. That's 10-9. I mean, I give that round to Karen, round 8. $76. I have it 76-75 going into the 9th. He's fighting a good fight. He's letting his hands go. He wasn't that active that round. Nice right hand. Stay there, though. Yeah, but he's... Dude. Karen landed the bigger shots that round. Round 9. Boots back to orthodox. Big jab by Chukhajian. Big right hand by Chukhajian. Another jab by Chukhajian. Boots has been frustrated since round 4, man. We've been talking about it since round 4. He doesn't look totally switched on tonight. He looks like... I don't like him talking to his corner during the round. He doesn't look as focused as he should be. 2 minutes left in the 9th. Harvey Doc is warning Chukhajian for holding. Oh, nice work by Chukhajian on the clinch. Another low blow by Ennis. Come on, man. When are you going to take a point? That's probably Ennis' 6th low blow. It's the 2nd one that Harvey Doc called. Boots was expecting Karen to run away and just wanted to try. 100%. 90% in the 9th. I love the adjustment Chukhajian made from the first fight to this fight. He made the adjustment so Boots didn't have to, you know, because we were talking about, will Boots be able to cut the ring off? We never thought that Karen would just stay there and fight him. So that's interesting. Look, I'm a Chukhajian fan after this fight, dude. I like what I see. He's tough and gritty. He's a tough out, mate. Nice right hand. I like how he steps through with that right hand. Doesn't have a lot on it. It's sneaky, though. He's caught Boots with it a lot. Good body rip there. I like to see Karen go to the body a bit more. Big right hand by Karen. .30 seconds left in the 9th. Nice movement by Karen. Good body work by Karen. It's another good round for Karen. It's tough to give this round to Boots. How are you guys scoring this one? 20 seconds left in the 9th. That round is in the books. Round 10, guys. Get him out of there, then. Guys, going in the 10th, I have this tied. I have this 85-85. I don't know how you guys are scoring this. I have it tied with 3 rounds left. He's winning rounds, too. I don't know what Boozy's talking about. I want to see more activity from Ennis. We've seen it in flurries. We've seen that beautiful hand speed, the beautiful combos. But I don't really see a game plan. Like, I don't really see a Boots you know, go. I don't know what he's trying to do in there other than knock him out. I could see a game plan from Chukhajian. Get him frustrated, fight him in the pocket, fight him from the middle, make him fight, make him box. That's been the game plan. You could see it. Way different from fight one. With Boots, I don't see a game plan. 2 minutes left in the 10th, guys. It's anybody's fight. I mean, we got to expect some home cooking with the judges. We'll see what that's like. That'll make for some fun videos tomorrow. Boots swinging a bit wild, missing. Karen lands it right. Boots is landing a bit more. Good little exchanges. 90 seconds left in the 10th. Nice body work from Ennis. More, though, Ennis. More. Some of that body work was real nice by Ennis. Really, how do you have it scored? You think he needs a knockout? I don't know, man. I gave Karen the last 2 rounds. Oh, they're taking a point away. That is huge. Come on, Harvey Doc, man. That's fuck off, dude. Pardon my French, but that's a horrible. You just took a point in the 10th round. Now I see why you said he needs a knockout. That's a slip. Man, fuck Harvey Doc. He needs a knockdown. Oh! Ennis with a big hook. Oh! Karen with a big hook. Dude, Boots got a chin. This is a fight, man. Dude, they both got a chin. I'm impressed with Ennis' chin. Obviously Karen. 30 seconds left in the 10th. They're just standing in the middle and throwing now. Oh, Karen's hurt. Karen's ready to go. Karen's hurt. Oh, that was dirty. 10 seconds. Man, taking a point there is fucking horseshit. 10-8 round. I hate when refs do that, man. When they step in and then they have a say. They have a say on the outcome. It's like, come on, dude. You're there to protect each fighter. You're not there to have a say on the outcome. 2 rounds left. That swings it. 95-93 Boots. 2 rounds left. Championship rounds. You think so? Oh, come on. I've seen a lot worse. Watch every heavyweight fight. A lot of the heavyweights will grab. Like, if you take points away for that, you're gonna have to take a lot of points away. Oh, big right hand. 2 rounds left. Oh! Boots caught out of position. Karen with a nice body rip. Chris Mannix has a 97-91. Interesting. I have a 95. I have a little closer, 95-93. Nice left hook by Karen. Boots is holding on. Big left hook. Boots is holding on. 2 minutes left. Staying right in the middle. Landing big shots. Karen let his hands go. Nice angles by Karen. 90 seconds left. A gritty performance by Chukhajian. Another low blow by Boots not called. Come on, Harvey. That was fucking, I got 7 low blows. He called 1. Oh, big jab by Karen. A minute left. Fun fight. Big right hand. Nice exchanges. 45. Big right hand left hook by Chukhajian. Thirty seconds left in the 11th. Oh! Big left hook by Karen. Wobbles Boots. 20 seconds. Round 11 done and dusted. Good round. Another one hard to score. That's a good round for Karen. Once again, Boozy says getting out of there. This is not a good look for Boots. I mean, Karen... Yeah, you're right. Karen was a 21-1 underdog. Remember that. Guys, tune in tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a video on the Bam fight and this Jaron fight. I wish the analysts would talk about that Karen's a 21-1 dog. 12th round. I know I have it a lot closer than they have it. I mean, this is their 24th round fighting each other. Unexpected good fight, I agree. You see a guy for 24 rounds, man, it's impossible not to respect him. Good jab. Good hook by Boots. Good hook by Karen. They're throwing bombs, guys. Some nice exchanges here. He is getting hit a lot. Chukhajian's sneaky with that left hook. Americans need to start taking these easy. 100%. I think all fighters should take all fighters seriously. I mean, there's savages no matter where you come from. I just think that whole thing's related to the power. You know, think about the media machine in all sectors in America, whether it's Hollywood, politics, sports. That trickles down into athletes, singers. So a country like America is going to have just certain different outlooks that are probably going to be obviously misconstrued one way against people from a different country. I mean, I left America 10 years ago. I've been living in Australia for 10 years. Look at the statistics of Americans without a passport. That tells you all you really need to know. I tell people that everyone in Australia has a passport because it's in the middle of nowhere. You got to travel. But I grew up in America where it was like the mindset was like, we're the best country in the world. Why do I have to leave or travel? And I'm like, it isn't until you leave. Big right hand by Karen. Jaron got a chin on him. Boots is taking a lot of big shots, man. A minute left in the 12th. This is a sneaky good fight, guys. A lot to talk about, too. Not after every card I'm excited about. Some fights I'm excited to make videos for, and some, I have to, figure it out. I'm actually excited to make a video tomorrow about this fight. People are walking out. That's crazy. People are walking out in his hometown. They're going to talk about that? Is he going to get the Shakur treatment? 30 seconds left. Boxing fans are brutal, guys. See, when the video oh, Karen's hurt. I think it's important, anybody who's going to commentate on boxing, to talk about the positives. And tomorrow in the video, I'm going to talk about the grittiness of Karen, the adjustments Karen made, the fight that he made Boots fight. This is a good fight. We got to see Boots tested. We got to see him frustrated. Fights up now even more. I'm interested to see. See, look, Boots goes and knocks him out in the second round. That's not interesting to me to see him fight again. I mean, people would say he was supposed to do it. Boots goes a distance with a guy that he was supposed to knock out and see how frustrated he was. Now, to me, I'm even more interested to see what his next move is. Because I told you guys this in a video this week, the jury's still out on Boots. I'm not too quick to herald him as the second coming. Bud buddies and boot haters eating good. Hey, can't we be both, man? I'm a Bud fan and a Boots fan. Bud buddies and Boots haters. That's hilarious. Bud buddies. That's a t-shirt, man. Team Crawford. Bud buddy. I've never heard that. You guys the internet is awesome, man. So clever. What's the one? Aerosexual? That's a hilarious one. I know, like, aerosexual. You guys are clever. How they score on that? Yeah, Boots won that fight. The interesting thing is how wide these scorecards will be. 104, 103, 114.
As for this, Jaron Ennis looking to improve to 33-0. Second fight here in Philadelphia.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think that point deduction, bro. I think that point deduction was huge. I don't like that call on Harvey Doc's part. I don't like the body language Boots had. I just didn't like his body language in between rounds. There's a lot to work on. There's a lot to be excited about. He's 33-0 now. I think Karen's stock went up. What's Eddie going to say? No, Karen lost. Karen fought a totally different fight. I gave it to Boots 114, 112, but I guarantee my scorecard's going to be more close. They're going to have it way. Look, rounds 1 and 2, Karen 10-9, 10-9. Rounds 3, Boots 10-9. Rounds 4, Karen 10-9. Round 5, Boots had the knockdown 10-8. Rounds 5 through 7 were Boots' best work. I felt that was Boots at his best. Boots round 5, 10-8. Round 6, 10-9. Round 7, 10-9. But rounds 8 and 9, I thought he took his foot off the pedal, and I gave both 8 and 9 to Karen. I bet there would be one very bad favor in Boots. 100%. Now, the 10th round with Harvey Doc taking a point was horseshit. Boots still wins that round 10-9, but because he takes that point, it's a 10-8 round. And I actually gave 11 to Karen and then 12 to Boots. So you add all that up, and I'll put that in the video tomorrow. 114, 112 Boots. I mean, even with the point deduction, Boots still wins. But it's a close fight, guys. And at 27 years old, Boots has a lot of things to get better upon. Yeah, I mean, I want to see Virgil. I'd love to see Virgil fight Boots. We have to remember, when Boots was an Olympian, he was small, man. He fought, I think Gary Antoine Russell, who fights at 40, beat Boots in the. It's why Boots didn't go to. The Olympics. Gary Antoine Russell was 17-0 with 17 knockouts. Fought Alberto Puello for the title a few months back, and Puello won for the 140 strap. And he beat Boots with. So what I'm saying is Boots has a lot of physical maturation to do. I think he's killing himself with the weight cut. He didn't look right. Here we go. Oh my God. Oh my God. Huh. I love Ortiz at 54. Some of those scorecards were chaos. Some of those scorecards were chaos. 119 to 107.
Right there, one judge had a 116-111 Sergio.
116-110.
Yeah.
And a very experienced judge, Steve Weissfeld. So, yeah, man.
I saw it. I'm not mad at 116, 110. Guys, be good. Tune in tomorrow. If you haven't subscribed, hit subscribe. I appreciate you guys watching the fight with me. Appreciate the agreements, everything we disagree upon. And I'm going to do a video on this, do a video on Bam, and we got some big fights coming up. You guys are beasts.